8 signs you're way more attractive than you think. High-value male psychology. Old Stoic Wisdom. The way you carry yourself says more about you than your appearance ever will. True beauty lies in confidence, and those who know their worth rarely have to prove it. Unknown. Hey gentlemen, today we're diving into something that most men get completely wrong when it comes to their own attractiveness. Many of you don't realize just how appealing you really are. When you look in the mirror, if women aren't visibly chasing you, you might assume that you're not living up to your potential. You might think, if I were truly attractive, wouldn't women be texting me non-stop, sending me flirty looks, and making their interest obvious? But here's the real deal. The most attractive men often don't even recognize how magnetic they are. Why? Because women don't always show it in obvious ways. In fact, when they're truly interested, their behavior tends to be more subtle. The more they like you, the more they might pull back in a way that you don't immediately notice. So, if you've ever wondered, do women even notice me? This is your answer. There are psychological signs that reveal you are far more attractive than you think, even if you don't hear it outright. Once you learn these signs, you'll never doubt your attractiveness again. And if you want to take it a step further, if you want to not only recognize these signals, but amplify them, so that women are irresistibly drawn to you, like a magnet, then check out this video of mine. It's about how to build a strong image that makes women naturally gravitate towards you without having to chase or change who you are. Don't miss out. Now, let's jump in. Sign number 1. Women hold eye contact, then look away fast. Let's talk about one of the most understated signs of attraction, one that many men miss entirely. It's subtle, but it's incredibly powerful. When a woman finds you attractive, she won't just glance at you like any passerby. No, she'll lock eyes with you for a brief moment longer than usual and then quickly look away. It's a tiny pause, just a split second, but it's not accidental. It's her way of testing the waters, asking herself, did he notice me? That moment of eye contact, though fleeting, speaks volumes, and it's a signal you must not overlook. Unfortunately, this is where most men falter. They might think she's just being polite, or that she's distracted by something behind them. But let's be clear, this lingering eye contact is a primal, subconscious signal. Picture this. You walk into a coffee shop, relaxed and focused, casually scanning the room. Then, you catch her looking at you. Her gaze holds for just a beat, maybe 2, and then she quickly looks away as if nothing happened. But here's the kicker: the moment you look away, she's right back at it, casting a brief glance your way. It's subtle, barely noticeable if you're not paying attention, but it's there. This, my friend, is attraction at its most raw and primal. It's not a wink. It's not a flirty smile across the room. No, it's a woman managing her excitement, testing the waters to see if you're aware of her presence, if you're noticing her too. And if she glances back at you a second time, it's like an unspoken confirmation. She's saying, I see you, and I'm hoping you're aware of me too. Now, most guys, being the unaware souls they are, let these moments slip right through their fingers. They'll either look away awkwardly, start fiddling with their phone, or dismiss it entirely, thinking it was nothing. But this is where you can step up. This is where the old Stoic wisdom comes into play. A man with an iron mind doesn't flinch in the face of uncertainty. He's calm, collected, and fully aware of the present moment. When a woman holds your gaze for that extra second, don't make the mistake of looking away like you've just been caught in a lie. Hold her gaze. Don't smirk. Don't overdo it. Just stay grounded, centered, and let your presence speak for itself. You see, attraction begins in those fleeting moments, the ones that seem insignificant to the untrained eye, but are loaded with potential. The Stoic principles of presence and self-control come to life here. Don't be the guy who misses the mark by looking away too soon. Be the man who understands that his power lies not in chasing, but in being steady and secure within himself. Women pick up on this. They feel the strength that comes from a man who isn't easily rattled by a little attention. Instead of getting flustered or awkward, you must exude confidence. That is what will draw her in. So, remember this the next time you catch that brief, meaningful glance. Hold it. Don't fumble. The next time a woman locks eyes with you and looks away quickly, resist the urge to look away or shrug it off. You're not just another guy in the room. You're a man who knows what he's about. You embody the iron mind of a Stoic, unshaken by the subtleties of social interaction. You must learn to lean into these moments, stay composed, and let your quiet confidence do the talking. Sign number 2, women find reasons to be around you. Let's get straight to the point. When a woman keeps finding ways to be near you, it's not by accident. It's not some random fluke. No, it's deliberate. This is one of those signs that speaks louder than words ever could. The first thing you need to know: attractive men have an undeniable pull, a magnetism that draws women in, like gravity pulls planets. Now, you may be the kind of guy who doesn't raise his voice or wave his arms to get attention. Maybe you stand quietly by the bar, talking to a friend, not even trying to be the center of attention. Yet, somehow, she keeps showing up in your vicinity. Not just once, but repeatedly. She might sidle into a conversation you're having with others. She might laugh a little louder when you crack a joke, especially if it wasn't even that funny. And when you're standing there, she'll casually brush past you. Do not think for a second that these are merely coincidences. Far from it. The thing is, women, like men, have a certain level of pride. They won't outright express attraction unless they're sure. Rejection is a hard pill to swallow, after all. So, they find ways to position themselves near you, unobtrusively, but frequently. It's her way of testing the waters. This isn't just about proximity. It's a clever psychological maneuver. Being physically close to someone makes that person feel more desirable, more accessible. She wants to be seen as someone who's part of your world, even if she doesn't say it out loud. This is how attraction often works, indirectly, subtly. It's almost like she's marking her territory, creating a silent connection. By lingering near you, she wants others to see that she's in your orbit, that she's part of your space. And in turn, she begins to believe that she's desirable in the eyes of others as well. You may not be the loudest or most outgoing guy at the party, but your silent confidence is what draws her in. You're not seeking attention, yet you've become a beacon for it. This is where the Stoic rules come into play. A man who is grounded in his own presence, who remains calm and composed, doesn't have to chase attention. It comes to him. That's the beauty of practical Stoicism. You don't need to shout for others to notice you. Your quiet strength and inner peace create a powerful aura that others naturally want to be around. Think about it. This behavior isn't random. It's not about being the loudest or the funniest person in the room. It's about having a presence that others want to be near. And that, my friend, is high-value male psychology in action. When a woman makes a point of orbiting your space, she's not just playing coy. She's telling you without saying a word, I'm interested. I want to be close. Now, the key here is understanding the paths of wisdom that lead to this moment. The Stoic understanding of human nature teaches us that people are attracted to what is strong, steady, and self-assured. You must never chase attention. Instead, focus on cultivating the traits that make you magnetic confidence, calmness, and clarity. When you understand that true attraction isn't about physical looks alone, but about the energy you radiate, you will begin to notice these subtle signs all around you. Women gravitate towards what they perceive as valuable. Next time you're at a gathering and notice a woman repeatedly finding reasons to be near you, don't question it. Don't brush it off as coincidence. It's not random, it's deliberate. She's signaling her attraction through these small but powerful gestures. Recognize this as the manifestation of something deeper. She's subconsciously acknowledging your high-value presence. In the end, attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's in the silent space between words, the small moments of proximity that tell a much bigger story. And if you understand this, you'll see it clearly for what it is, a woman making her move without saying a word. If you find this valuable, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom. Comment to remember, I am the type of man women gravitate toward. Sign number 3, people listen when you speak. You must understand this. Attractiveness is far more than just looks or the clothes you wear. It's about your presence, and presence is the power you project the moment you open your mouth. When people stop talking, lean in, and maintain eye contact as soon as you speak, you're sending a clear message of authority, of dominance, and of leadership. This isn't just a coincidence. It's the energy of someone who exudes true power. People are drawn to those who speak with authority, calmness, and control. That is what makes you stand out. Epictetus taught us the power of self-control and discipline in communication. To lead, you must first master the way you present yourself. Think about this when you speak. Do people pause and listen? Are you able to command attention without needing to raise your voice? That's not just charisma. That's a sign of your hidden attractiveness. This behavior, which you might not even notice in yourself, taps into something powerful. It's called the halo effect, a psychological principle where one attractive quality, say, your presence, convinces others you possess other high-status traits like intelligence, competence, and confidence. When you project authority in your speech, others subconsciously perceive you as more valuable. The halo effect works to your advantage. People will listen more intently when you speak because they see you as someone important, and the more they pay attention, the more your influence grows. You see, when a man speaks with clarity, confidence, and rhythm, he becomes magnetic. The room shifts when he talks, and all eyes are on him. That energy isn't something you force. It's a natural product of mastering the art of self-control, just as the Stoic philosophers like Epictetus taught. This is where the power of silence comes into play. You mustn't rush your words. Let silence work for you. The most compelling speaker isn't the one who talks the loudest or the fastest. It's the one who controls the pace of the conversation and the room. When you speak deliberately, with clarity, and a controlled tempo, you master the dynamics of any conversation. In this space, your presence alone speaks volumes. Women, especially, can sense this kind of presence instantly. They don't need to hear your entire life story to know you're someone worth their time and attention. The moment they feel your power, they'll lean in. You have become more than just a man in their eyes. You've become a leader. So, here's the truth. Stop rushing to fill silence. Recognize the power of your presence and use it. Don't let the noise of the world drown out your message. The most powerful leaders know that real influence comes from the quiet confidence of self-discipline. Much like the Stoics believed, when you master this, you don't just stand out. You dominate the room. That is the power of presence. That is how you win. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The true wealth here is the power of self-mastery, and you must start mastering it today. So, when you speak, make it count. Let your words be deliberate and controlled. And notice how the world around you shifts. Every time you open your mouth, you're either reinforcing your presence or diminishing it. Choose to dominate. The more you practice, the more naturally you will exude the kind of leadership that others can't help but notice. Take command of your words, and you will command respect. That is how you become truly attractive. Sign number 4. Women mirror your body language. Don't miss this one. It's subtle, yet incredibly powerful. When a woman is attracted to you on a subconscious level, her body will naturally begin to sync with yours. It's called mirroring. A neurological response that occurs when someone feels comfortable, connected, and in sync with another person. The truth is, her body isn't just mimicking you for no reason. Her nervous system is doing this on its own. And it's not a random coincidence. It's the iron mind at work, a reflection of attraction and connection rooted deeply in Old Stoic wisdom. You must understand people mirror those they admire, those they feel safe with, and most importantly, those they are drawn to. It's the foundation of human connection, guided by Stoic principles that emphasize the importance of calm, measured interaction. Here's the kicker. Most women won't even realize they're doing it. It's not calculated or deliberate, it's instinct. Her body language is unconsciously revealing that she's locked into your vibe. You might notice it when you're leaning against a wall with your elbow resting casually, just a small adjustment in posture. Then, within a few moments, you see her doing the exact same thing. Or perhaps you raise your drink, and she does the same 2 beats later. You scratch your neck or adjust your stance, and she follows suit without realizing it. This is not about her copying you to be cute or flirtatious. No, it's her nervous system creating rapport with yours, without her even being aware of it. Her body is saying, "I'm on your wavelength," and it's a beautiful, silent sign of attraction. Now, let's break this down further. Why does this matter so much? Because it's a clear, undeniable signal that she's connected to you on a deep, subconscious level. This kind of connection is governed by the old Stoic wisdom that teaches us how to stay composed and composed individuals around others. Stoic principles guide us to control ourselves, but they also show us the subtle signs of genuine connection that we can't always control. The mirroring phenomenon is a perfect example of this. If you want to test it out, next time you're around a woman, notice how her body reacts. Change your posture, shift your position, or even casually adjust the way you're standing. Take a drink or touch your chin. Then just wait. If she mirrors even the slightest change, it's a powerful confirmation that her attraction is coming through her body language. She's not consciously flirting, but her body is. This connection is not just limited to flirty interactions. It's a sign of respect, comfort, and alignment with your energy. It shows that you are tuned into the moment, and that the other person feels it too. The Stoic mindset teaches us that true power lies in calmness and control, but also in the ability to recognize and respond to those subtle cues others give us, whether they're aware of it or not. By understanding these moments, you gain deeper insight into the dynamic between you and others, without having to force or manipulate anything. It's all part of mastering your iron mind. So, don't miss it. Next time you're around a woman, observe her body language closely. It might just be her subconscious telling you more than words ever could. Mirroring is one of the most powerful, yet unnoticed, signs of attraction. Recognize it, understand it, and you'll unlock a whole new level of connection, guided by the wisdom of ancient principles and the strength of a controlled, focused mind. If you find today's content useful to you, don't forget to share your feelings and lessons with us, or simply comment, "Very cool." It's a great encouragement for our channel makers. Thank you very much. Sign number 5. You get compliments on more than just your looks. Here's where things get really interesting. You see, attractive men don't just hear the surface-level compliments like, "You're handsome," "You have nice eyes," or "You're tall." That's all easy stuff, right? But when a woman is truly drawn to you, her compliments start digging into the intangibles, the stuff that you can't measure with a ruler or judge by a mirror. She'll say things like, "You have such a calming presence. You're really easy to talk to. I love your voice. It's so smooth." Or even, "There's just something about you. You're different." These aren't throwaway lines. These are emotional indicators. They reveal that you've made an impact on her, one that goes far beyond the superficial. Let me break this down for you. These are not accidental compliments. These are signals that you've entered her emotional space, triggered something deep within her. When she notices your vibe, your tone, or your overall presence, what she's really saying is, "You've reached me on a level that's deeper than just looks." That's where true, lasting attraction begins. Looks get you in the door, but presence keeps you there. Attraction based on looks. That's the first wave. It catches her attention, sparks curiosity, maybe even turns heads, but true connection. That comes from how she feels when she's around you. It's like the difference between a flashy car and one that's built to last. Sure, the flashy car catches your eye, but when it's time to drive, you want the one that's comfortable, stable, and reliable. You know what I'm talking about. A woman doesn't just want to admire you from afar. She wants to feel seen, heard, and understood. And that happens when you bring a sense of calm confidence into the room. This isn't about being loud, arrogant, or the center of attention. It's about being grounded in yourself, self-assured without being cocky. You don't need to tell the world you're a high-value man. You just show up, and your energy does the talking. And when you start getting these compliments about how you make her feel, even if she can't explain it, that's a massive green light. It means something deeper has already started. She's emotionally invested. The Stoic rules emotional stability is your superpower. Now, let's bring some practical Stoicism into this. As a high-value male, the Stoic rules of emotional control and inner peace aren't just philosophy. They're your superpower. Stoic wisdom tells us that we don't react to every external stimulus. Instead, we master our responses, maintain emotional stability, and project calm strength. This is exactly the kind of energy women are picking up on when they compliment your vibe. When you learn to be present and mindful, your interactions become less about performing or putting on a show, and more about offering something real and grounding. The paths of wisdom suggest that we don't chase approval or validation. We attract it by being true to ourselves. The more you live in alignment with your values, the more you'll naturally radiate a sense of confidence that doesn't need to be flaunted. It just is. You must own your energy. Don't underestimate the power of your own presence. When you're in the room, people notice. And it's not just about how you look, it's about how you make others feel. That's why when women compliment your presence or your energy, it's a massive compliment. You've allowed her to see you, not just the surface, but your essence. Your ability to calm, listen, and create a sense of security is magnetic. Think about it. Be the kind of man who commands respect without asking for it. When you show up as someone who is rooted in purpose, someone who understands that practical stoicism isn't just about facing adversity with strength, but about creating peace and balance, you'll stand out, you'll get noticed, and more importantly, you'll create the kind of emotional impact that sticks around long after you leave the room. She's looking for emotional presence, not a show. Women are biologically wired to sense emotional presence. They can pick up on energy like it's their sixth sense. If you're chaotic, all over the place, or insecure in your body language, they'll feel it. But if your energy is grounded, confident, and calm, you'll feel like the rock in the storm, a pillar that she can lean on. And that's magnetic. It's why those compliments that go beyond looks are so crucial. Women are telling you that you've passed the test. Your energy has created a safe space, a sanctuary for them to connect on a deeper level. And that's when the real attraction happens. It's not just about how you look, it's about how you make her feel. And when she feels something real, she'll want more of it. Your vibe is your identity. Let me make this clear. Your vibe is your identity. When you embrace the Stoic rules of emotional mastery, you exude an energy that says, I'm in control, I'm grounded, and I'm here for the long haul. This emotional presence is what distinguishes the high-value man from the rest of the pack. Women feel it in their bones. It's undeniable. So, when you get compliments about your vibe, your presence, or how you make her feel, take it as a sign that your internal work is paying off. You've mastered the art of emotional self-regulation, and that's one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. And remember, this isn't about playing games or manipulating anyone. It's about being your most authentic self and living according to the timeless wisdom of the paths of wisdom. Don't just focus on looking the part, be the part. Your true, lasting attraction is rooted in who you are, not just how you look. Now, get out there and let your energy do the talking. Sign number 6. You catch people staring at you. You walk into a room and you feel it. Eyes shift. Energy pulls. It's not loud, not obvious, but it's real. You sense it. This is the invisible magnetism that powerful men wield. People look at what captures their attention, and they look again. Most of the time, it's not a bold stare, not a flirty smile, just quick, sharp glances. Women especially will give you these stolen looks. It's not accidental. When someone stares or glances at you multiple times, It's not a coincidence. It's unspoken attraction. Epictetus taught us that we control our actions, but we can't control how others respond. That's the essence of high-value masculinity. You attract, not chase. You've probably experienced this walking through a store or entering a social event. You notice a woman's eyes flicker to yours, then quickly look away. Moments later, she glances again, pretending it didn't happen. Or maybe, from across the room, you sense someone's gaze on you. When you look up, they shift their attention elsewhere. This is not by chance. It's awareness. It's pull. You are the center of attention, whether they want to admit it or not. The subtlety of it is the power, silent, yet undeniable. And don't doubt it. If you're catching glances like this repeatedly, you're not imagining it. You stand out. You're magnetic. Here's the truth. High-value men don't chase attention. They attract it. How? By owning themselves, by moving with purpose. They walk slowly, confidently, not nervously. They make eye contact, briefly but meaningfully. They don't scan the room for eyes to catch. Instead, they let the room come to them. This creates a magnetic aura, a pull that people feel but don't fully understand. It's not arrogance, it's stoic confidence, a mastery over oneself that cannot be faked. It's the very essence of Stoicism. As Epictetus might say, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. When you need nothing from others, you draw them in. This magnetic force is primal, subconscious. People don't know why they're drawn to you, but they can't help it. It's a powerful reminder that mastery over self is the highest form of attraction. The more you carry yourself with quiet confidence, the more others notice, whether they admit it or not. Don't ignore this. It's a sign of your power, a silent victory. You're not desperate for attention. You don't need to seek it out. Instead, you become the source of it. Every glance, every stolen look is an acknowledgement that you're the one who stands out in the room. You don't have to try. You simply exist with quiet purpose. That's how high-value men live. They know that life is about mastering the art of attraction, not chasing it. Embrace the attention that comes to you, and trust that this is exactly how it should be. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. This is your life. This is your control. You do not chase, you attract. The world takes notice, and in that notice, you win." So, stop looking for validation in others' eyes. Let them come to you. You are more attractive than you think because you have learned the silent art of confidence. Embrace it, trust it, and own the room. You're not just walking through life, you're commanding it, and that, my friend, is the essence of victory. If you're noticing people staring at you, especially when you're not trying to be seen, it's no accident. Your presence is magnetic, just by being yourself. Now, it's time to recognize the power you hold and own it. Comment below. I'm already the attraction. Sign number 7. Other men respect you or compete with you. This is a big one, arguably the most overlooked sign of male attractiveness. How do other men react when you walk into a room? Here's the truth: men are keenly aware of other high-value men, and their behavior will either shift toward respect or competition. You must pay attention to how they respond to your presence. Let's start with respect. If other men see you as confident, dominant, or undeniably attractive, they'll naturally start to treat you differently. They'll lean in when you speak, pausing their own conversations to hear your thoughts. They'll introduce you to their circle, eager to have you around. The best part: they'll begin adopting some of your habits, your style, your grooming, or even the way you speak. This isn't some random flattery. It's a reflection of the unspoken male hierarchy at work. When men respect you, they align their energy with yours, consciously or subconsciously acknowledging your value. The Stoic principles speak to this type of self-assurance. It's about inner strength, maintaining composure, and attracting respect effortlessly. That's the power of an iron mind. You don't need to assert yourself aggressively because your presence alone commands attention and admiration. But not every man is comfortable with your presence. Some may find your attractiveness or confidence threatening. And that's when competition mode kicks in. When a man feels challenged, it's easy to spot. He'll start trying to one-up you in conversations, making sure his stories or jokes are funnier or more impressive than yours. You'll hear backhanded comments like, "I wish I had the time to hit the gym like you." It's an attempt to diminish your value without directly confronting you. And let's not forget how he'll behave around women. Suddenly, he'll act overly friendly, trying to draw attention away from you and to himself. Or, in a more subtle form of aggression, he might avoid engaging with you altogether, redirecting group conversations to prevent you from taking the spotlight. This is not just random behavior, it's instinct. Men, much like animals in a pack, can sense when another man is gaining attention, especially from women. They either lean in with respect or shift into competition. It's a clash of dominant signals, and it plays out in subtle yet powerful ways. You must remember, the reactions of these men are a reflection of your value. Their behavior speaks volumes about how magnetic your presence is. Women see this dynamic as well. They read the room. They feel the subtle shifts in energy when a man enters the scene. And they see how other men treat you, which becomes the ultimate social proof of your worth. In the game of attraction, you never have to prove yourself. Other men will do it for you simply by how they react when you walk into the room. In fact, that's the beauty of Old Stoic wisdom. You focus on building your inner strength, your character, and your value, and let the world reflect that back to you. You don't need to seek validation or approval from others. As you cultivate your iron mind and adhere to the Stoic principles, your worth will become undeniable. The more you stay grounded, focused, and unaffected by the outside noise, the more others will acknowledge your power without you lifting a finger. So, remember when you walk into a room, let the way other men respond be the proof of your value. You don't need to engage in the drama or compete for attention. Simply walk with the confidence of a man who knows his worth, and let others reveal it for you. Sign number 8. People assume you have options. Now, this is the final sign. It's one of the most powerful signals you can send without saying a word. People, especially women, assume you have options, whether you've mentioned it or not. And here's the kicker. They can sense it, even if you've said nothing at all. Have you ever noticed someone act slightly jealous when you've done nothing to provoke it? Maybe a woman hints at your dating life, even though you haven't shared a thing about it. Or perhaps a guy drops the question, "How many girls are you talking to these days?" when you've never even mentioned your dating status. It's no coincidence. This is how your energy, your confidence, and your calm, unshakable demeanor speak louder than any words could. This sign is a reflection of your high-value status. When you've internalized the Stoic rules of self-sufficiency, the world begins to see you as someone who's already in demand. When a man is accustomed to being wanted, this feeling radiates out of him. His posture becomes effortlessly relaxed, never stiff or defensive. He speaks slowly and deliberately, never rushing, never over-explaining, because he understands there's no need to prove his worth. And, most importantly, he moves through life knowing he doesn't need to chase. He attracts. This powerful presence doesn't come from arrogance or games. It's a natural manifestation of self-assuredness. When you carry this stoic, grounded attitude, something akin to practical stoicism, you begin to exude a silent confidence that others can't help but notice. And women, oh, they're masters at picking up on this. They can sense a man's value, even when he doesn't flaunt it. They know when a man has options, even if he never mentions it. Let me show you exactly what this looks like in real-life situations. Imagine you're talking to a woman, and she casually says, "I bet you say that to all the girls." At first glance, it might seem like a playful jab, but look deeper. What she's really doing is testing your value, trying to see how much competition she has in your world. Or maybe she says something like, "I'm surprised you're single." To her, it's not just a casual observation. It's a statement wrapped in curiosity. What she's really saying is, "You seem high status. Why hasn't someone locked you down yet?" And then there's the classic, "You probably have a bunch of girls sliding into your DMs." Here's the truth behind that. She's testing your social proof, your worth in the eyes of others. She's trying to understand how much competition there is for your attention. These little comments, they're reflections of attraction, whether she's aware of it or not. This is where the power of Stoic principles and paths of wisdom truly come into play. It's not about being boastful or pretending you're someone you're not. It's about embodying a quiet, confident mindset, knowing you are enough with or without the attention of others. Ironically, it's this exact mindset, this understanding of your own worth, that draws people to you. You stop needing validation from others. And guess what? People start giving it to you. Let's break it down. When you move through life with calm, unwavering confidence, you're automatically perceived as someone who's got options. Women pick up on this, and so do men. The difference between you and others is that you don't need to prove anything. You don't need to play games, and you don't need to put on a show. You simply are. Your confidence speaks for you. The key takeaway here is that the more you internalize these principles, whether through Stoic rules or the wisdom of life's experiences, the more you'll understand that your value is inherent. You don't need external validation, and that's precisely why you become magnetic to others. There's no need to chase or convince anyone of your worth. Just be yourself, confident in the knowledge that you are a high-value man, with or without someone else's attention. So, next time someone comments on your options or questions why you're still single, smile inwardly. This is a clear sign that they see you as valuable, someone who commands attention without even trying. That's the silent power of self-assurance, rooted deeply in practical Stoicism. It's the mindset that you are enough, and when you believe that, the world starts to reflect that belief right back at you. In the end, remember this. It's not about being flashy. It's not about proving yourself. It's about being calm, being grounded, and being confident in who you are. When you stop needing to prove your value, the world will start to see it. And trust me, that's when the magic happens. Hey, before we wrap up, let's bring everything full circle. If you saw even just a few of these signs in yourself, you're more attractive than you think. Women are noticing you, men are feeling your presence, and whether they say it or not, you're leaving a mark. But here's the truth. It's time to stop second-guessing yourself. Own your attractiveness. Recognizing these signs is just the beginning. Now, it's all about amplifying them so that you don't just catch people's attention, you make it impossible for them to ignore you. And hey, if you found value in this video, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these signs resonated with you and what you're going to do about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more high-level dating psychology every week. Until next time.